Middlesex County in northeastern Massachusetts until 9:30 a.m.
Well, that was fast.
At 8:58 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Sutton, Oregon, 11 miles south of Worcester, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Worcester, Shrewsbury, Westboro, Grafton, Auburn, Northbridge, Oxford, Millbury, Sutton, and Upton around 9:05 a.m. Hopkinton around 9:10 a.m. Milford around 9:15 a.m. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 9:30 a.m. for the following counties in Massachusetts, Middlesex and Worcester. This is No Weather Radio Station WNG.
Well, that was
broadcasting on a frequency of 1.
That's an interesting way to start the day there. Oh boy, we'll have to see how far I'm going to get today in terms of EAS numbers, because starting off with the tornado warning, I really can't tell how much more active you're going to get than that. And maybe we'll get a tornado watch today at some point. I don't know. Depending on this, maybe we will, because woohoo, who knows? I hope they upgraded the risks and all that, because last I checked, it was a marginal.
Worcester County in central Massachusetts, south central Middlesex County in northeastern Massachusetts, until 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 8:58 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Sutton, 11 miles south of Worcester, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazards include tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Worcester, Shrewsbury, Westboro, Grafton, Auburn, Northbridge, Oxford, Millbury, Sutton, and Upton around 9:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Oh, and they were playing Taylor Swift.
Hopkinton around 9:10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Milford around 9:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Nope. Wait. Whew. Okay, this morning is actually kind of scaring me just a little bit, so I'm just just a little bit concerned here about what the rest of the day has in store. But yeah.
Flood watch has been issued.
Hi. I can already tell today is going to be another extremely active day. Back to WZID you go, because that's the only thing that...
Service in Boston has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, southern Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, northeastern Washington County in Rhode Island, Newport County in Rhode Island, Bristol County in Rhode Island, until 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 10:07 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Bristol to near Newport to Block Island, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include New Bedford, Fall River, Warwick, Dartmouth, South Kingstown, North Kingstown, Newport, Bristol, Marion, Middleborough, Somerset, Portsmouth, Barrington, Middletown, Fairhaven, Narragansett, Swansea, Tiverton, Westport, and Warren. Here is the official National Weather Service forecast for West Central Maine, southeastern Franklin County in western Maine until 3:15 p.m. At 10:11 a.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by heavy rain. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Waterville, Farmington, Fairfield, Escalating, Oak Glen, Madison, Jay, Clinton, Belgrade, and Kingfield. Recreation forecast for Sebago Lake. Today, southeast wind. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Essex County in northeastern Massachusetts, Norfolk County in eastern Massachusetts, Suffolk County in eastern Massachusetts, southeastern Middlesex County in northeastern Massachusetts, northwestern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, northwestern Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, until 11:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 10:20 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Wayland to Medfield to Wrentham, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Boston, Cambridge, Brockton, Quincy, Lynn, Newton, Somerville, Waltham, Malden, Brookline, Medford, Weymouth, Revere, Peabody, Arlington, Everett, Salem, Beverly, Woburn, and Braintree. Round of shower. Here is the official National Weather. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Boston Harbor, Massachusetts Bay, and Ipswich Bay until 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 10:27 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 11 nautical miles west of Revere to 9 nautical miles southwest of Boston, moving east at 15 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Eastern Point, Massachusetts, Boston Harbor, Beverly Harbor, Boston Buoy 44,013, Boston Light, Marblehead Neck, Broad Sound, Quincy Harbor, Situate Harbor, and Minute Light. Move to safe harbor until hazardous weather passes. Flood watch in effect through the sea. The Norton has issued a severe warning for southeast and northeastern.
I'm just doing this for fun.
The National Weather Service in Gray has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern Stratford County in central New Hampshire, Rockingham County in southern New Hampshire, until 1:30 p.m. At 10:46 a.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. The expected rainfall rate is 2 to 3 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by heavy rain. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding
Here we go, guys,
include
doubleheader.
Derry, Portsmouth, Hampton, Durham, Exeter, Kittery, Salem, Dover, Barrington, and Epping. The National Weather Service in Norton has issued a flash flood warning for southeastern southeastern Worcester County in central Massachusetts, Norfolk County in eastern Massachusetts, Suffolk County in eastern Massachusetts, south central Essex County in northeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Middlesex County in northeastern Massachusetts, northwestern Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, northwestern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, northeastern Providence County in Rhode Island until 2 p.m. At 10:47 a.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 0.5 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. The expected rainfall rate is 1 to 2.5 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts up to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly.
Oh my god!
Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms.
I saw lightning.
Source: radar. Impact: flash
This
flooding
might be
of
a
urban
triple header.
areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will western Barnstable County in southeastern Massachusetts, southern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, northeastern Newport County in Rhode Island, southeastern Bristol County in Rhode Island until 11:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 10:48 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Tiverton to 6 miles southeast of Little Compton to 12 miles west of Gosnell to 14 miles southeast of Newport, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include New Bedford, Fall River, Plymouth, Taunton, Dartmouth, Falmouth, Bristol, Marion, Middleborough, Wareham, Sandwich, Bourne, Somerset, Portsmouth, Fairhaven, Swansea, Tiverton, Westport, Duxbury, and Mashpee. Here is the official National Weather Service forecast for Massachusetts.
Finally, we're done. Any relays?
Condition. Concord with a...
Get in early.
Use
Cualquier tipo de enfermedad mental. Tiene la
Day 105. Paraphernalia in state laws.
or pursue interests.
Well, that was a bit of a thing.
The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Buzzards Bay, Cape Cod Bay, Massachusetts Bay and Ipswich Bay, Nantucket Sound, Narragansett Bay, Rhode Island Sound, Vineyard Sound, until 12:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms capable of producing brief waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Fall River to near Gosnell to near Rhode Island Sound, moving northeast at 30 knots. Hazards include waterspouts and wind gusts to nearly 50 knots. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Mememshire Bight, Gayhead Light, Garnet Point, Manamet Point, Rocky Point, Teaticket, Vineyard Sound, Buzzards Bay, Point Gammon, Hyannisport, Nantucket Sound, West Island in Buzzards Bay, Lambert's Cove, Cape Cod Bay, Cuttyhug Island, Barnstable Harbor, Woods Hole, the east end of Cape Cod Canal, Round Heel Point, and Horseneck Beach. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. Strong thunderstorms will impact portions of Essex County through 12:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the coastal waters east of Ipswich Bay and the Stellargan Bank National Marine Sanctuary, Massachusetts Bay and Ipswich Bay, ocean waters from the Merrimack River to Plymouth from 40 to 60 nautical miles offshore until 12:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Newbury Port to near Marblehead Neck, moving northeast at 35 knots. Hazards include waterspouts and wind gusts to 40 knots. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Eastern Point, Massachusetts, Beverly Harbor, Bass Bay Buoy 44,029, Sandy Bay, Ipswich Bay, Thatcher Island, Jeffreys Ledge Buoy 44,098, Essex Bay, Plum Island, and the mouth of the Merrimack River. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Essex, northeastern Norfolk, Suffolk,
It just started pouring out.
and Plymouth counties has expired. The storms which prompted the warning have weakened below severe limits and have exited the warned area. Therefore, the National Weather Service in Boston has issued a tornado warning for western Barnstable County in southeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts, east central Bristol County in southeastern Massachusetts, until 11:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:18 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Mattapoisett, or near Marion, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
Hazards include tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Marion, Middleborough, Wareham, Acushnet, Mattapoisett, and Rochester around 11:25 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 11.
It is legitimately pouring outside. Like, hold on. Like, it is raining hard.
The National Weather Service in Gray, Maine has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts out 25 nautical miles, waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts from 25 to 40 nautical miles until 1 p.m. At 11:24 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing waterspouts was located near Rowley, Oregon, 9 nautical miles northwest of Beverly, moving northeast at 20 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include the mouth of the Merrimack River, Hampton, Portsmouth, and York. The following is a summary.
So, I don't know about you, but it's literally pouring outside. Okay, bye.
The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Dukes County in southeastern Massachusetts, Barnstable County in southeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Plymouth County in southeastern Massachusetts until 12:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:37 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Carver to near Bourne to near Falmouth to near Gosnold, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Plymouth, Barnstable, Falmouth, Brewster, Marion, Provincetown, Yarmouth, Middleborough, Wareham, Sandwich, Bourne, Dennis, Mashpee, Kingston, Harwich, Carver, Chatham, Mattapoisett, Orleans, and Rochester. The following is a summary of watch.
Well, that caught me off guard. Let's see, I need to change this thing so that it screams, alert, alert. Because I like it when it does that. Alert volume 3, what are you talking about? Although I still think 25 is just a bit too loud, so maybe 20 will be good. 20 is probably good. Do some quick scrolling here. Oh, jeez. That was close. Alright, so... Oh! It's finally starting to clear up a little. Oh, wait, never mind. When your whole yard is flooded, there's not much you can do, I guess, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, we'll just have to wait for the ground to somehow soak up all that rain.
The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Cape Cod Bay, coastal waters east of Ipswich Bay, and the Stellargan Bank National Marine Sanctuary. Coastal waters from Provincetown, Massachusetts to Chatham, Massachusetts to Nantucket, Massachusetts, out 20 nautical miles, Massachusetts Bay and Ipswich Bay, Nantucket Sound, until 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 11:51 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Plymouth Light to Barnstable Harbor to near Nantucket Sound, moving east at 40 knots. Hazards include waterspouts and wind gusts to nearly 50 knots. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Hyannisport, Nantucket Sound, Cape Cod Bay, Nauset Light, Barnstable Harbor, Nantucket Shoals Buoy, Chatham Light, Race Point, the coastal waters east of Cape Cod, Stage Harbor Light, Wellfleet Harbor, Monomoy Point, Point Gammon, and Northeastern. Here is the official national. Until further notice. Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Areas affected include Shawshene River at Andover. When, from this afternoon until further notice. Impacts include at 30.0 feet, flood waters inundate very lowest lying business parking lots off Route 114 in Lawrence and North Andover that are adjacent to the Shawshene River. At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Tuesday, the stage was 30.0 feet. Bankwell stage is 0.0 feet. Recent activity, the maximum river stage in the 24 hours ending at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Tuesday was 30.0 feet. Forecast, the river will rise to 30.1 feet this afternoon. It will then fall below flood stage this evening to 26.5 feet early tomorrow afternoon. It will rise to 26.7 feet Thursday morning. It will then fall to 26.6 feet early Thursday afternoon. It will rise to 27.2 feet early Friday morning. It will then fall again and remain below flood stage. Flood stage is 29.0 feet. Remain below flood history. This crest compares to a previous crest of 29.9 feet on December 11th, 2014. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. Safety/flood. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the Cape Cod Bay, coastal water. The Weather Service in Gray, Maine has issued a special marine warning for waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts out 25 nautical miles, coastal waters from Port Clyde, Maine to Cape Elizabeth, Maine out 25 nautical miles, waters from Cape Elizabeth, Maine to Merrimack River, Massachusetts from 25 to 40 nautical miles, waters from Port Clyde, Maine to Cape Elizabeth, Maine from 25 to 40 nautical miles, until 2 p.m. At 1:18 p.m., severe thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from 7 nautical miles southeast of York to 7 nautical miles northeast of Jeffreys Les Buoy 44098, moving northeast at 30 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts to 40 knots. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Kennebunkport and York. What? Minor flooding is occurring in minor flooding. Where? Shawshing River and Following areas. Coastal waters from the Saturday until Sunday night. National minimum.
What?
Following counties in central Maine, Kennebec, Waldo, Somerset, Franklin. When? Until 10 p.m. Tuesday. Impacts. Heavy rain from earlier in the day caused flooding of low-lying and flood-prone areas. Streams continue to rise due to excess runoff from earlier rainfall. It will take several hours for all the water from these storms to work through local drainage systems in urban areas. Additional details, at 1:30 p.m., between 1 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Small stream flooding will continue until later tonight. Some locations that will experience flooding include Waterville, Farmington, Fairfield, Skowhegan, Oak Glen, Pittsfield, Madison, Jay, China, and Clinton. Recreation forecast for summits above 4,000 feet in northern New Hampshire and west. The National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the coastal waters east of Ipswich Bay and the Stellargan Bank National Marine Sanctuary. Coastal waters from Provincetown, Massachusetts to Chatham, Massachusetts to Nantucket, Massachusetts out 20 nautical miles. Ocean waters from Provincetown to Nantucket from 20 to 35 nautical miles offshore. Ocean waters from the Merrimack River to Plymouth from 40 to 60 nautical miles offshore until 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 1:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms capable of producing brief waterspouts were located along a line extending from 35 nautical miles northeast of Truro to 32 nautical miles east of Wellfleet to 9 nautical miles northeast of the coastal waters east of Cape Cod to 6 nautical miles east of Naws at Light, moving northeast at 25 knots. Hazards include waterspouts and wind gusts to 40 knots. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include the coastal waters east of Cape Cod. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisories are possible. Water remains in effect.
Whew.
Runoff from earlier rainfall, so additional areas may flood through this evening. Where? Portions of south central and southwest Maine, including the following counties in south central Maine, Kennebec and Sagadahoc. In southwest Maine, Androscoggin, Cumberland, and York. When? Until 10 p.m. Tuesday. Impacts. Low water crossings are inundated with water and may not be passable. It will take several hours for all the water from these storms to work through local drainage systems in urban areas. Small stream flooding will continue through this evening. Additional details, at 1:40 p.m., between 3 and 5 inches of rain have fallen, with an additional inch possible through this evening. Some locations that will experience flooding include Portland, Lewiston, South Portland, Auburn, Biddeford, Brunswick, Augusta, Westbrook, Bath, and Gardiner. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for heavy rain has ceased. Ipswich Bay and the flooding is no longer expected to pose a threat. Small craft advisory remains. National Weather Service in Boston has issued a special marine warning for the coastal waters east of Ipswich Bay and the Stellargan Bank National Marine Sanctuary, Massachusetts Bay and Ipswich Bay, until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a strong thunderstorm was located over Rowley, or near Plum Island, moving east at 20 knots. Hazards include wind gusts to 40 knots. Small craft could be damaged and briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include the coastal waters east of Cape Ann, Sandy Bay, Ipswich Bay, Thatcher Island, Essex Bay, Plum Island, and the mouth of the Merrimack River. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisory. Thomasfield and Rowley.